Shalom, family. Bear with me real quick. First and foremost, I want to give out praises. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Akakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elders of great millstone who rule well and teach well through the Spirit. Almighty Shalom to the hopeful elect, scattered four corners of the earth in the same Spirit. Lord willing, that y'all can continue in sound doctrine and in the same Spirit. Shalom to the Aquath, believers of this faith and this truth. Lord willing, that you continue to pursue your lot, which is being a loving and silent and virtuous wife. And Lord willing, the Most have mercy on the other brothers and sisters that's not in the faith. The title of this lesson is Yahawashi went through the hardest affliction for us. I'm doing a live on YouTube, and TikTok is behind the scene. So Lord willing, this is edifying, and we actually get through some good points. First and foremost, before I bring out this Isaiah 53, I want to bring out Isaiah chapter 46 and verse 10. Of course, today is the Day of Atonement for, the brothers and the sisters in sound doctrine, and about the Day of Atonement. It's not about us. You want to give more time to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi, and whatever you do, it's either sitting in silence, right, with nothing on, or you watching something spiritual that pertains to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi, something that's going to make you think of the word, or reading, or meditating on something that you read. And the Day of Atonement is different than the Shabbat. It's different than the new moon. You're supposed to be afflicting yourself, like literally. And if you're not watching anything spiritual, you should be having your mindset on the word. Yes, I'm going to think of Yahawashi, but you might even think of the nation of Israel, right? How we got to where we at right now, from all the way from that time all the way to now. So this Isaiah, shalom to the brother Bashar or Barshar, Yahawashi Mashai Brakatah. This is Isaiah 46 and 10. It says, declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasures. Right? And it was the Lord's pleasure to smitten his son, Yahawashi, right, for his own sins, which he was atonement for his own sins, and his sins for the nation of Israel. This is bigger than us, man. Right? This walk, this ministry, this truth, it is bigger than us. Right? So going back to Isaiah 53, verse 3 to 5. Oh, shoot. This Isaiah chapter 53, verse 3. It says, he is despised and rejected of men, a man of sorrow and acquainted with grief. We hid, as it were, our face from him. He was despised and we esteemed him not. So even when you go to verse 2, it was saying he have no form of comeliness, beauty. And when we shall see him, there is no beauty that we should desire. Now, this is not saying, oh, do Yahawashi look good? The way that the stature that Yahawashi came in the outward appearance, he didn't come to be recognized by his outer appearance, right? He didn't come decked out like IUIC with all diamonds and pearls, gold on, right? Really, he presented himself even like John the Baptist. But outside of the outer appearance, Even how he moved, how he talked, how he taught, how he led, he was despised and rejected of men, right? A man of sorrow, of pain, acquainted with grief. And we hid, as it were, our faces from him. He was despised and we esteemed him not, right? People didn't even want to be in the midst of Yahawashi when he was teaching, let alone receive what he's actually teaching. Surely he had borne our griefs and carried our sorrows, yet we did esteem him stricken, smitten of the Most High and afflicted. But he was wounded for our transgressions. He was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and with his stripes we are healed. Right? And some people might look at this as Israel or David. No, this is Yahawashi. You know, every day, I love, Isaiah 53, because it let me know even more. My little life, the little things that I go through, is nowhere near compared to what Yahawashi has done. And for him, every man and woman, regardless if you believe or not, you have a chance to come back in his truth, right? You get a chance to actually be renewed and actually seek Yahawashi by being born again, by being washed by the word, and actually getting understanding on what happened in the beginning, what happened in the time of the fall of Israel, the northern kingdom, then the southern kingdom, what happened in those four major beasts. How do we get to this little horn, right? Getting that understanding, right? How long Yahawashi been gone, who he did it for, who's salvation for, right? You get cleansed on actually getting the right understanding and actually washing yourself from the whitewash that was put on us, man. We was put to a dead estate or an unalive estate in Revelations 11. But through that spirit that Yahawashi said is going to send and comfort us, right, is going to teach us all things, is going to bring remembrance to all things. Everything that's in the Bible, from Genesis to 2nd Maccabees, Genesis to Revelation. So this prophecy, this is a prophecy that Yahawashi would suffer not for himself, but for the sins of Israel. He carried the heaviness, affliction. Wait, hold on. Is you saying Yahawashi carried the affliction of himself? Yes, I am saying that. Let's go to 2 Samuel, the 7th chapter. I believe we're going to start at verse 12. People don't understand through the spirit Yahawashi played Solomon, right? The Lord got the best story. You want to get every raw, uncut version, right, to what's going on in this thing, right? So this is 2 Samuel 7, verse 12. It says, and when thy days be fulfilled, thou shalt sleep with thy fathers. I will set up thy seed after thee, which shall proceed out of thy bowels, and I will establish his kingdom. This is speaking about Solomon, but it's fully directed towards Yahawashi, because Solomon built a physical temple. The Lord said he don't dwell in a temple made with hands. So it was really about the temple Yahawashi made, which is the temple, right, of the church. The church is a assembly of Israelites, right? The church of really the elect, right? It's a spiritual house, right? What is it? 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 5. This is a spiritual house. Verse 13, he shall build a house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever. Solomon did not dwell on the throne forever. So this is indicating Yahawashi. And I will be his father, and he shall be my son. If he commit iniquity, I will chasten him with the rod of men and with the stripes of the children of men. And even Yahawashi said, David called him son, and through the spirit he even called Hamashiach's son, right? So who is Yahawashi the son of? He's the son of David, but he's really the son of the Heavenly Father, right? And when did Solomon get chastened with the rod of men? When did he get get hit with stripes of the children of men? Solomon never got judged for his sins, for committing adultery. Where is that verse? This is directly dealing with Yahawashi, because now he's fulfilling that later on when he becomes himself, which is Yahawashi on the earth. So again, Isaiah 53 is giving you the prophecy that Yahawashi suffered not only for himself, he was suffering for Israel. And Yahawashi himself is the nation of Israel. Solomon was part of the nation of Israel, right? Adam, right? That chosen bloodline, right? Let's go to Psalms chapter 22 and verse 1. We're going to read a couple different precepts out this chapter. So this is Psalms 22 and 1. This is David, a song of David. My power, my power, why hast thou forsaken me? Why art thou so far from helping me? From the words of my roaring. Okay, yeah, y'all brothers handle that. Y'all brothers handle that. So now drop it down to verse 6 to 8. It says, but I am a worm and no man, a reproach of men, and despise of the people. All they that see me laugh me to scorn. They shoot out the lip. They shake the head, saying, he trusted on Yahweh that he would deliver him. Let him deliver him, saying he delighteth in him. Same thing that was mocked to Yahawashi, dropping down to 16 to 18. It says, for dogs have compassed me. The assembly of the wicked have enclosed me. They pierce my hands and my feet, and I may tell all my bones. They look and stare upon me. They part my garments among them and cast lots upon my vesture. David, through the Spirit, was prophesying, right? He was prophesying as a prophet, right? King David prophesied of Yahawashi's suffering. The affliction was so heavy, he felt forsaken. He felt abandoned. And then Yahawashi say the same thing. Lord, why have thou forsaken me? And Yahawashi was quoting the same thing David said. Heavenly Father, Yahweh, why have you abandoned me? Right? His crucifixion was written before it happened. Isaiah 46 and 7. The Lord declared the end from the beginning, and he's going to do all his pleasure. It was a pleasure to smite Yahawashi, right? It was a pleasure to smite Yahawashi, right? Let me go to this other one in Zechariah, because when the Lord, used Rome to smite Yahawashi, the shepherd, when the shepherd was dead, it scattered the sheep. Zechariah 13 and 7. Awake, O sword, against my shepherd. And we know through the Spirit that sword is Esau. And against the man that is my fellow, saith Yahweh of hosts, smite the shepherd, and the sheep shall be scattered. And I will turn my hand upon the little ones, right? Where are the little ones, right? While the Israelites are still on the earth, they are the little ones, right? And because of Yahawashi was crucified, right, the sheep have scattered, and we scattered to four corners of the earth, man, right? We have no order in our nation. We're broken down. But now the Lord have raised up the prophets to shake the hand, to lift up that banner, to tell you the good news. Yo, Yahawashi literally laid his life down for us, man. This is not something, yes, we read it. Yes, you sit there and believe. This is something you take serious. What have you given back to Yahweh B'Shem Yahawashi? If you say you believe that he died for you, he's your atonement. What have you given back, man? Right? You're supposed to dedicate your life to Yahweh B'Shem Yahawashi. I think this is a precept I want to get. I gotta go to my physical. Okay, there we go. I got it. This is 1 John chapter 3 and verse 16. Right now that we see, speaking directly to men, any man that's calling himself a teacher, you ready to correct, you ready to shake the hand at brothers, man, yo, forget all that. If 1 John 3 and 6, yo, if you abide in him, you must walk like him, right? You got to take what you're doing seriously, man. The Lord called you. You didn't call him, right? So you should be taking this job serious, right? I'm not going to only do a rebuke to Jake, those that's not in the truth, those that's in the truth. I'm going to be an all-around player for Yahweh B'Shem Yahawashi. I'm going to do chapter lessons. I'm going to do prophecy. Jake don't know everything. And you got to believe and know every day, every week, every month. It's a new sheet that come in this thing. You got to go into basics. You got to go into law, right? You got to get into giving them wisdom, right? You got to give them discipline. You got to even go into the husbands. You got to go into the wives. You got to go into these wicked women, right? And you got to even go into the fall of Jerusalem, the departure of the Northern Kingdom. You got to go into when the Northern Kingdom came to America. You got to give them understanding of the four beasts, right? You got to give them understanding of the four carpenters. You, like the brother said, you got to be well rounded, right? A swordsmanship, right? In basketball, you got to be an all-around player. You could play a pointing guard, you could be a shooting guard, right? You could be a power forward, you could be a center, or you could be like Travis Hunter. You could be a cornerback and a wide receiver. Be an all-around player for Yahawashi Yahawashi. Yahawashi did the most. Yahweh created Yahawashi to do the most. So what is you doing? Right? So 1 John 3:16, it says, hereby perceive we love the Most High, because he laid down his life for us. And we ought to lay down our lives for the brethren. Right, brother? Your life is not for yourself. Right? You're supposed to be dedicating yourself for the church, for the ministry, for the elect. Right? In Timothy, what did he say? He said, I endure all things for the elect's sake. Right? You have this weakness veiled body. Right? Sometimes you got to sacrifice, but you still trip. Then you got people scoffing on your channel. Eventually, you getting that verbal scoffing. In a minute, it's going to be physical. Right? Going outside, people outside looking at you. People ready to throw rocks, throw food at you. People ready to shoot you. Right? Yahawashi was handled the spiritual affliction and the physical. Right? You saying you the son of the Lord. People looking at you, man, yeah, right, and walking away. Right? Then you got people over here shooting, yelling, crucify him, crucify him. We don't have that feeling yet, man. Imagine people cheering on you getting murdered for the ministry. Oh, off with his head. Right? How you think that's going to feel, man? Right? So like I'm getting a little excited. So this Isaiah, the 50th chapter, in verse 6. This Isaiah chapter 50, verse 6. I gave my back to the smiters and my cheeks to them that plucked off the hair. I hid my face from shame and spitting. Come on, man. Yeah, Yahawashi got hit with the Charles Barkley, right? Yahawashi willingly allowed himself to be afflicted for the sake of the nation, man. Right? This is somebody that's supposed to get the highest form of praise outside of any celebrity, man. Right? We should really be thinking about what Yahawashi done for us. I know we're human. I know you want to enjoy your fun. I know your mind is over here. I know your mind is over there, right? But what Yahawashi did for us, no man on the earth has done for us. No man has done for us. No man, no woman, no government, no system has done what Yahawashi has done for us, right? A lot of us would think about the Lord one day, and then the next few days you ain't even thinking shit about him, right? Even when you think about what we just did for blowing trumpets, that warning call, Amos 3:6, the warning call been right in front of our faces daily. Now we're in the Day of Atonement. That Day of Atonement is to reconcile us back to the Father. But truly, we're going to be back to the Father when Yahawashi deliver us, man. We're still in our testing stage, right? When we get that new heart, that new spirit, the same way I'm talking to you, or when you at home and you talking to yourself, in that day, you're going to be able to have a full connected conversation with the Heavenly Father and get a whole response. The Lord have turned his voice away from us, removed his voice from us, man. When you see a thunder, you're like, oh, the Lord entered, but you ain't able to hear that voice. Right? We in a super lowest state, man. This is a test course right now. Right? Let me just read this real quick. Daniel 9:26, and after 62 weeks shall the Messiah be cut off, but not for himself. And the people of the prince that shall come shall destroy the city and the sanctuary, and the end thereof shall be with a flood, and unto the end of the world the desolation are determined, which eventually is going to usher in that desolation that Rome destroys the temple, when Yahawashi said, not one stone shall be left. Right? We read in Zechariah the 13th chapter, right? When you tear down a shepherd, the sheep shall be scattered. But the Messiah's death wasn't for his own sins. He was cut off for Israel. But again, you have to, if you truly believe in this word, you have to believe in reincarnation, regeneration. You have to know Yahawashi is the main character of this whole thing. He had, under the sun, he played multiple characters, right? For this story, to play Solomon, having all the wisdom that nobody in this earth ever had, then Yahawashi actually coming in the flesh and being that wisdom in the earth, then even being Isaac. Isaac is the same one. When you look in the heavens and the earth, Yahawashi created the left-hand side of the Father and the right-hand side of the Father. On the camera, it might be different. This might be your left side. This might be your right. So if Yahawashi created the left side angels and the right side angels in the earth, Yahawashi as Adam created the left-hand side and the right-hand side. He made Jacob and he made Esau, and they both are against each other. In the heavens, the left and the right through the spirit is against each other, even though they're both in righteousness, right? So Yahawashi became a father of the son of wickedness, and Yahawashi became a literal father of the son of righteousness. And then in the spirit, he's the father of creations. That is fire. He played every role. Then he is Adam, right? That's just amazing, man. Yes, that's definitely beautiful, beautiful day of a day of atonement. You know, another day where you can actually go even harder with thinking of Yahawashi. Things that's unraveling. Let's take a minute and think, right? The UK is speaking about a digital ID. You got Donald Duck talking about a government shutdown. You got Donald Duck talking about military practicing in the United States in different cities, right? Right. You got the Republicans and the Democrats bumping heads with each other, right? You got America trying to run a race on trying to be the top digital currency in the earth. This is why they're going to have to implement the whole earth taking this system, right? You have a lot of things going on. You got Seabiscuit vaccies getting created, right? You got more laws getting pushed, right? Especially for school, right? In this system, they're saying that crime has went down since Trump went in office, or whatever the heck you want to say. Food prices are going high, where you got to spend more than 200, more than 300 to fill your whole freezer and fridge, right? Prices have grown, right? People are buying more online than they is physically. This is not a time of celebration. This is a time of getting your mind clicked in to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi. Let me just get this real quick. This is Second Corinthians, the 13th chapter, verse 5. Yes, shelves are becoming empty. So like, did he give it to me? Okay, yes, it did. This is 2 Corinthians, the 13th chapter. Shalom to the brother Patrick on the live. Yahweh Shemashai Brakatah. 2 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 5. It says, examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves. How that Yahawashi Mashiach is in you, except ye be reprobates. Right? In this walk, you got to know, you don't even know you. The Lord know you better than you know your damn self. Right? In the NLT, it says, examine yourselves to see if your faith is genuine. Ask yourself, any man, any woman watching this, do you think you have genuine faith? Right? Test yourself. Surely you know that Yahawashi Mashiach is among you. If not, you have failed the test of genuine faith. Right? St. Matthew, the 18th chapter, verse 20. If 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, I am in the midst. If you're around one of your brothers, you're around a sister that's in this faith. Do you really believe that Yahawashi is in the midst of you? Even by yourself, Psalms 34:7. Those that fear Yahweh by Shem Yahawashi is angels that camp up around you. Do you believe? Oh, I don't believe because I don't see. You're not in this, man. When you say you're in the truth and you don't even believe the Lord is around you and you can't see him, you're not in this thing. The Lord is watching you. How do you care for what he has done? Do you care for his merchandise? This word is his merchandise, man. Right? It's foolish to the world. That's why the Lord created something foolish to the world to raise up the believers, man. Do you care for the merchandise? Is you using the tools that Yahweh Shemashai has given you? Again, I say this multiple times in videos on YouTube or in my house. If you take away the cell phone, the computer, you take all this social media bullshit, excuse my language, right? You take away video games, right? And you only got job, cook and eat, and sleep, and your family, your friends. That's all you got. What the heck else do you think is there? The word of Yahweh by Shem Yahawashi. Everything else is a freaking distraction, man. Right? And even being in this world, even if you're doing your little lessons, you still find time to wander away. Right? In the ancient world, the number one conversations in the ancient world was God or gods. Right? Idols. People in order to have conversation, you had to walk up to people. Now you got a cell phone. We getting more lazy and lazy. Right? Half the time, I'd rather just text. Guess what? That's physical work. But now you're on the phone for like 4 or 3 hours, right? Now you like Yahawashi said, you want a girlfriend or you want a boyfriend. You gotta go on social media. Oh, I think I'm gonna like her, right? It takes away the physical of actually going face to face with people. Esau is dummier, making us more dumb, making us more lazy. This side was not made for you to flourish. This side was not made for you to be connected with the Lord. Everything they keep pushing in this earth is separating you from Yahawashi, right? And I don't know about some brothers, when you get sick, sometimes it's hard for you to do a lesson. You got to push yourself. Then you got to take some of his dang drugs, right? If you don't got the type of herbs, right? Examine yourself to see if you're really in this faith, right? Do you pray to the Lord when you're upset, when you're angry? Do you pray to Yahawashi when you losing out on rent, when you short on money, right? You're supposed to examine your faith in all things, right? What's your interest? When the word come out, like I tell my family, when you hear the word come out, do you stop, drop, and roll? Wait, somebody teaching. Let me listen to it. When the word coming out is, do you got that face like, man, oh man, when is this person gonna ever be done? Right? When we sit in church for 4 hours and you saying hallelujah, hallelujah, but you didn't try to lead that church, how boring they was teaching. But when it comes to some higher edifying teaching, precept, and they going 3-4 hours, you not in tune? What they say? Are you not entertained? Are you not being in tune to what the Lord is saying? Guess what? The Lord broke us down that you got to read to know who he is. You got to hear the word to know who he is, right? What Yahawashi did for us, you got to read about it, right? Let's get that. Let's go to Romans. Let's go to Romans 10th chapter, right? You need somebody to teach you. You got to hear the word. You got to read the word, right? The Lord wants you to be active. Are you active for Yahawashi? Yahawashi did the most. There's no excuses, right? This is Romans chapter 10. I'm going to just go straight to the point. This is Romans chapter 10, and I'm going to start at 15. It says, how shall they preach except they be sent? As it is written, how beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel of peace and bring glad tidings of good news, right? So how beautiful is the feet? You brothers that's teaching the word in season, out of season, yo, you got some beautiful feet, man, right? You standing boldly, 10 toes down for Yahawashi, right? Some of y'all might have some ugly corns in your feet, but nah, you preaching this good tidings and it's going to sound doctrine 100% truth. You have some beautiful feet, brother, right? Through the spirit, the angels is cheering you on, right? Let me get this verse real quick. I got to get it on my side because I don't want to remove from Romans, right? I'm about to show you the angels are eager to see how you overcome these things. How is you pushing? How you overcoming when your flesh is so weak, right? And y'all can put this in your arsenal if you don't got it. This is 1 Peter chapter 1 in verse 12. You can read it in the NLT. Actually, let me read it in the NLT real quick. Again, it's 1 Peter chapter 1 in verse 12. Sorry, YouTube. I'm going to just read it off of my phone right here. So this 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 12 in the NLT. It says, they were told that their messages were not for themselves, but for you. And now this good news has been announced to you by those who preach in the power of the Rakakwadah sent from heaven. It is also wonderful that even the angels are eagerly watching these things happen, right? The angels in heaven is watching what you do, how you overcome. Let's read in the KJV. It says, unto whom it was revealed that not unto themselves, but unto us they did minister the things which are now reported unto you by them that had preached the gospel unto you with the Rakakwadah sent down from heaven, which things that angels desire to look into. The angels is looking into, man. How is they overcoming, man? How is they doing this, man? The angels is watching you. Right? You fall down, you come back up. The angels is watching how eager you are. Like the brother Yahawashi, he said, oh man, I was about to go live. Yo, the angels is watching how eager you is, man. right? It's sometimes I'm watching brothers' lives, either on TikTok or I'm watching it on YouTube. I could probably watch 10 minutes of it. And it's something you said that put a fire in me, be like, oh man, I got to do a lesson. And guess what I do? I get off the live and I'm doing a lesson. And then I'm starting to speak like, yo, I was inspired because his brother said something on the live. So I'm going to do a lesson off of this, something that he said, and do a whole lesson, right? The angels are eager, man. The sheep are eager. When you come in this faith, when you first find out, because he was about to go live, right? When you first find out this truth, you be amazed, like, yo, the Lord hates somebody. Oh, snap, yo, we got chosen people. This whole time I used to think that I was special, and you quite couldn't get it. What was that? It was a spirit that hit you, and now you got that eager motion, right? Let me see. Yeah, the sister said there's no excuses, right? A brother got one leg and he teaching, right? Right? You got to have an eager. The angels in the heaven are eager to see how you overcome this, man. Back to Romans 10, verse 16, it says, but they have not all obeyed the gospel. For Isaiah saith, Lord, who have believed our report? Isaiah 53, verse 1. What is the report? The good news. What we said about Israel getting salvation, what we said about Yahawashi, this man coming, right? Who's going to believe Moses' report? Who's going to believe David's report, right? Who's going to believe Isaiah, Jeremiah? Because Jeremiah spoke about Yahawashi, Ezekiel, right? Or the minor prophets. Even Ezra, he spoke about Yahawashi. Who's going to believe their report? Now we're on this side doing the same thing. Who's going to believe our report? When we tell you, oh, they don't speak about Yahawashi in Apocrypha. When we go to Ezra's, the 7th chapter, are you going to believe the report when we actually prove you wrong that they spoke about Yahawashi? When we try to tell you that Isaiah 53, 52 is about Yahawashi, right? Is you going to believe it? And if you don't, guess what? If you don't believe in Yahawashi, you don't believe in the Father. I'm OT only. You're not in this thing, my brother. The Lord blew out your candle. You're not even a damn candle, man. You're not even a damn candle, right? You're wiped out. You can never come in this thing. The door is closed, right? If you calling Yahawashi, Yahuwah, Yeshua, Yu-Gi-Oh, Yah, Jah, you calling him all these other damn names and say he got multiple names. Where is it plain that he has multiple names? Yes, he has multiple titles, but he has one name, and that one name represents what he's going to do. Then that shows you don't have faith. We just read it in 2 Corinthians 13:5. Examine your faith to see if it's genuine, right? Verse 17. So then faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of the Most High. This is the number one way you increase your faith, by hearing the word. And we're not saying church. You hear the word by a brother doing a 20-minute lesson, a 30-minute lesson, a 10-minute lesson, an hour lesson, maybe a 2-hour lesson. And if it's edifying, lining up with sound doctrine, 100% truth, right? You're going to increase in faith. Hearing by the word. Because look, every time I hear a lesson and it's popping, I go tell my Akim, yo, did you go watch this? Yo, man, this brother said this. You know what? Then I start doing a lesson on what I heard. Those is examples to let you know, do you believe? Right? Verse 18, but I say, have they not heard? Yes, verily, their sound went into all the earth, and their words into the ends of the earth. This goes with Psalms 19, verse 4. The song is going 4 corners of the earth. This vocal, this music chord, this line has went 4 corners of the earth. No man, no woman, no child can have an excuse. I didn't know, right? It was a sister, I'm going to say her name, where I was telling her the Shabbat was Sunday to Monday and the Day of Atonement. Oh, I didn't know. And I said, all these videos I try to share with you about brothers going into the Shabbat, your Rumya going under the Shabbat, that sister did not listen. Oh, I thought it was Friday, Saturday. So you're not watching these videos? And this shows what is any man or woman on a live for if you're not taking heed to what's being said. Yo, I work full time, man. I'm about to go to work tonight. I'm still watching lessons at work. Soon as I hear something fire or something I never went into, I pause the video. I finish my job at work. I go to my book bag, which is right here, and I carry my notebook with me all the time. I take this thing out. I mean, I got multiple notebooks, and I write them down. I'm writing down lessons. I'm writing them all down. I'm writing breakdowns. Wait, hold on. Let me flip this. Right? I'm writing them all down. Anything. right? You have to feed yourself, right? Stop playing, right? It don't matter. Look, I've been in this thing for a minute. Notebooks all right here. That don't matter, right? When something is intriguing to you, you want to add to your arsenal, right? It doesn't matter if it's G&T, NLT, KJV, however it is. If it's going to sharpen up the delivery, right, to edify the sheep, guess what? I'm going to write him down. What he said, wipe me down. We got a new song. Write it down. Write it down, right? You want to absorb as much as you can on the side, man. Because soon you ain't gonna be able to have this internet. In a minute, you ain't gonna be able to watch a video to know what the heck is going on, man. You better take these albums, these songs very seriously, right? The sister said, I'm at work now. I drive and listen. I meditate on the Lord or Yahawashi. All we can do is watch and listen and pray. If a woman watch and not apply this to her life, she's in danger of being spewed out. Yeah, being spit right out. This is easy, man. The Lord is doing the heavy lifting, man. Right? You could be thinking about something and you want clarity, you want understanding, and a brother might be doing a video on it. You're supposed to be watching for a prophet. Yo, did he do a video today? Yo, I know people that went on my channel and the other brothers I label with channel and watched their old videos all the way to their new videos. That right there is a sheep that is dedicated to their salvation. That's somebody dedicated to understand, to want to know why things move the way they move. Why is this? Why is that? You got to be sure in your faith, right? So now let's get back into it. Let's go to Matthew, the 26th chapter, and verse 38 to 39. So this is Matthew chapter 26, verse. I'm going to start at I'm going to start at 36. It says, then cometh Yahawashi with them unto a place called Gethsemane, and saith unto the disciples, sit ye here while I go and pray yonder. And he took with him Peter and the two sons of Zebedee, the sons of thunder, and began to be sorrowful and very heavy. Then saith he unto them, my soul is exceeding sorrowful, even unto death. Tarry ye here and watch with me. And he went a little further and fell on his face and prayed, saying, O my Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as thou wilt. Now, I know some of us might get emotional on this day, which, hey, is perfectly fine. But the number one thing you need to actually take, which is not going to be, you might still be sorrowful, is the last point where he said, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as thou wilt. Yahawashi went through persecution. You didn't go through it yet. Yes, I'm sad that Yahawashi did what he did. I might not be crying right now about it, but I know he did it. He did it for us, man. But now he left you an example. He endured and overcame the world. Now we have to. You're not overcoming the world only just because you work in a job. You dealing with the law. You paying your taxes. No, you overcome the world when that real affliction comes. When you came, where they kick you out your when they kick you out your damn house. And you like, man, I got money. No, we don't need that. We're in digital. If you ain't digital, oh man, I'm not taking it. You don't even know how it feels to sleep outside. I've been homeless before sleeping outside, man. Yo, on the run. People looking for you and not looking for you because you that guy. They're looking for you because you fear Yahawashi. You're not connected to the system. Yahawashi is giving us an example. This cup, that if you are of the elect, this cup is not passing over you. You're going to take it. You're going to sip it. You're going to drink it. You're going to chug it. Every man, every woman. This is why I said in my household, when Isaiah 32 is going to click, when all hell break loose, if you a woman that don't got a man, you courting a man, when all hell break loose, and if he is a man of the Lord going to draw you to that man. Every woman on this life and out this life. If you are so-called of the elect in that time, you're going to be drawn to a man of the Lord. Because look, if you don't got no covering, you're an open target. Why? Because men in prison, pedophiles, excuse my language, TikTok, we're going to say petties, pedals, YNs, you women are an open target. You're a woman. You got assets on your body, right? So at the end of the day, you got to know that this affliction, none of us can pass, man. You might be able to drive past a car, but you are not going to be able to pass this cup, man. So what Yahawashi went through, you're going to have to go through on this side as a servant. Yahawashi faced the greatest mental and spiritual and physical affliction. The cup was the wrath he had to bear for Israel's sins. Now you gotta bear the cup of the elect. If you are of the elect, right? Some of y'all don't know about not eating for 2-3 days or having to eat locusts, grasshoppers. How many of you on the live? You're gonna be tested. What if you see a hog, a pig run past you, but you see locusts and grasshoppers coming your direction? Some of y'all might be tempted to eat the hog, to eat the pig, right? Only the elect is gonna, oh, hell nah. You're gonna eat those damn locusts. You're gonna fry them things up and they're gonna taste like sunflower seeds. Literally, man. You're gonna be tested. You walking down the street and you see cannibalism. Somebody rotisserie, you know what I mean. Manasseh was doing it. They baby, man. Literally, you're gonna see that because it's gonna be hard to get food. Then you got to look over your shoulder. You can't trust everybody. But if you got the spirit of discernment, you're not going to let everybody around you. People going to be plotting to steal your dang food if you got it. Right? You're going to see people without food or eating out the garbage and you over here eating unleavened bread. And they going to come, hey, can I get some? Can I get some? You just might give it to them or you might not. So what Yahawashi went through, this is an example for you. In order for us to get that glorified body, in order for us, before Yahawashi beam you up, you're going to go through the motions, man. Everybody that say Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahawashi, that means you in this thing. That means your cup is getting ready. And Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahawashi is pouring it right now. When that day comes, I'm telling you, it's going to be a rude awakening for you men and for you women, man. Play around if you want. If you faking this truth, right? Women getting in order, right? When you out in public, you sisters should be covered up, man, right? Because then you playing around with this truth. You it's women that's saying, oh, women's supposed to be covered up. And then you the same one that's not covered up when you walk out your house. Take the truth serious. Take your walk serious, right? Because if you take the walk serious, it should be shown. It should be shown. However you is in the inside, it should show in the outside. The brother put 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter. I'm going to read your precepts, Bashar. The end has come. And the brother Patrick, I see you. This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verse 16 and 17. It says, for there shall be no contents with the people, and with one overpowers the other. They shall not regard their kings nor their princes and practice violence in all their dealings, right? Even people that's the government officials, they better be watching, right? You're going to drink of this cup, man. It says, so that when a man desireth to go into the city, he shall not be able. Don't think that this cannot happen. If you in this thing, you have to know the end of a thing is better than the beginning thereof. This prophecy, this end time prophecy, is going to end. It's going to be the best movie on the earth. This is not something, yay, you're going to, for the elect, you're going to cheer, you're going to be enjoy that is Jacob's trouble. But you're still going to have that flesh feeling of having that fear. But the difference between the elect and the 2/3, the 2/3 is afraid of what they're seeing. We're going to be afraid of Yahweh Shem Al-Shai's wrath on us. Where we hear somebody breaking through the door, the elect is going to stop, drop, and roll and pray to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahawashi and believe in that door. The door, they're going to stop. They're going to be like this. And we're going to, the elect are going to be calling on the Lord for joy, right? All the power might be out, but the Lord might allow you to cook. And somebody outside your window crack because you don't want the smoke in the house. You got your window cracked. Somebody walking past and they smell food. They banging on the door. You done cooking. And you calling on Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahawashi, and the Lord put a force field over your house like he did Job 1:9. The Lord put a wall of protection over him. The elect is going to believe, right? Verse the brother said 19. No, verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy his houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. When you go into the word possession, Sirach 36, verse 24, a wife is, or when a man get a wife, he gain it for possession. A possession, when you look up the word possession, it means good. Food, clothes, water, that's a good, but even a woman is a good. You better hope if any woman get touched by the ankle, by the hand, and it's by a man that's trying to, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you're gonna have confirmation you're not of the elect. And you don't got a covering to help you in that time. The sister that's in the faith, she had a dream of a brother in Great Millstone. I think it's a brother in Chicago. I think in the kingdom, I think she got caught. But in her dream, it was two white men that was about to give her the grape soda, if you know what I mean, the grape soda. And she's crying and calling on the Lord. The brother that she watched from GMS, he came in, broke in the house. I think he in a whole nother city. He broke in the house, and she said, this man broke these men down easy. Like how I lift up this marker or lift up a feather or you lift up a t-shirt. She said he did it with ease. He broke these big Edomites down like they were nothing. But what did she do? She called on Yahawashi. And that day is going to be a lot of the elect calling on Yahawashi. Right? So even in Jacob's trouble, you're going to have to examine to see if you're really in this faith, right? When this cup come over you, Yahawashi, what did he do? He walked away from them and said he had to go pray. So what you going to do in that time? You should be praying. These are examples for us to do in our time, man. The brother said Psalms 50 and 15, I call upon me in the day of trouble. I will deliver thee, and thou shalt glorify me. What is it? Sirach 4:28. Right? Strive for the truth until unalive, or DEATH, and Yahawashi shall fight for you. Okay. Oh, Salaki. Brothers that's in the comment section on YouTube, drop some precepts. I'm trying to see if I can get it. Okay. The brother Bashar put Hebrews chapter 9 in verse 11, but Hamashiach being come a high priest of good things to come by a greater and more perfect tabernacle, not made with hands, that is to say, not with building. That goes back to 2 Samuel, the 7th chapter, right? Because Solomon built a physical temple. Yahawashi built a spiritual temple. In verse 12, neither by the blood of goats and calves, but by his own blood he entered in once into the holy place, having obtained eternal redemption for us. He entered into the fourth dimension. Now we have redemption. This is why on this side, you're supposed to be moving way different, brother, sister. You're supposed to be moving way different in this walk, way different. And every day, the angels know how you walking in this thing, right? Because if you showing your faith, you should be moving. How 6 months come past and you still dealing with the same thing? A woman over talking, a woman talking against, or a woman being argumentative, right? Being loud and obnoxious, right? Telling the man what he can and what he can't do, right? If you are growing in this faith, you should not be dealing with the same mother-sucking problems, right? Even a man, it's things, hey, if you can't handle certain things, you're not going to put yourself in that predicament or that situation. If you can, nobody can argue or take that thing away from you. Right? We're supposed to be growing in this thing, right? And if you're not growing, that means you being stagnant, you being idle. You ain't even working on yourself, right? Like on the Shabbat, some people go, oh man, it's the Lord's day, it's the Shabbat, but they mind be elsewhere. You know, when a feast day come, right? Oh, it's the feast day, but their mind is not there. Look, I always say this to people. When you do a lesson and the lesson is over, that shows you, did you care about that lesson? Is you even thinking about it? Is you meditating? It don't matter if it's 5, 20 minutes, 30 minutes ago. Now, for the men, I could speak different about y'all. I know brothers that do lives and get done and then do another recording on YouTube. Oh yeah, you still on fire. You still thinking about what you just went over. Or you thinking about a lesson you just watched for 2 hours. Now that joint made you do a lesson. Those are examples to let you know, are you even listening to what's going on? After you get done hearing a lesson, is you talking about the Lord? Do it make you want to go pray? Do it make it, do it make it, do it make it, and do it make you analyze yourself, right? The brother, the end has come. It says, Acts 14:22, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting, encouraging them to continue in the faith, in that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of the Most High. This is a great precept to add on, right? For you men, we're encouraging them to continue in the faith. So every lesson, when I get done, Yorumya is about to try to motivate y'all. I think through me, because I go to work at like 7 something, I'm going to most likely do another lesson, right? I most likely might go on YouTube and go do another lesson. I might not hop right on to Yorumya's live because I have a engine in me. Lord willing, I'm going to continue to exhort those that to continue in the faith, because yes, today is our atonement. So the number one thing I always push, do a lesson, read, watch lessons. But since I have an itchy hand, you know, when people say in the world, you itch your hand, you got money on your mind, there's money on your mind. Guess what? If my hand itching, hey, maybe that's the Lord telling me I got to do another lesson, right? So we must go through much tribulation to enter into the kingdom. So understand on this side, you're going to have to go through it. You're going to have to go through it in order to get it, right? Yeah, see, he said, he said here on Elder Apostle Gabar's live stream right now. This brother doing a double. He doing a double shift. He's watching this live and he's watching Apostle Gabar. He's on a double shift, right? He might be taking certain things from Apostle Gabar, and then he like, you know what? I see this brother over here. I'm taking some things over here. Guess what? That brother's on a double shift. He's in a different fire right now. What is you? What does thou say? What is you doing? Right? Now, the brother Patrick, he was quoting Isaiah 4:1. When you read that in the MSP, it's going people say, we have food and clothes, make me pregnant. He said, man, that day of atonement was hard, and I was working out on that on the day. It's tough. Then that was one day. Yeah, your day of atonement probably on a different day. The brother, the end time has come. He put Nahum 1:7. Yahweh is good, a stronghold in the day of trouble, and he knoweth them that trust in him, right? And that goes even with the elect, because when the righteous is crying or mourning, the Lord is answering the righteous prayers, man. Right? The brother put, the same brother, the end time has come. 1 Maccabees 2:21. I see you around here. The end has come. 1 Maccabees 2:26. It says, thus consider ye throughout all ages that none that put their trust in him shall be overcome. Right? This is our faith, man. Even though you go to 2 Maccabees, you'll be like, wait, hold on. The 7 sons got overcame. Guess what? It was their lot to get overcame, because the Lord was using that to motivate us, to motivate those that was in a Roman captivity, to motivate those that's in the little horn Roman 2.0 captivity, which is America. Those that are scattered 4 corners of the earth, that's still in the hands of Rome 2.0. They have to know that you can't be overcame, but you're going to go through tribulation, because it's already said by the power and the will and the word of Yahawashi. Right? This Ecclesiasticus 2:10. Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise? Whom did he ever despise that called upon him? Right? It's another thing. When you in trouble, what did Erykah Badu say? You better call Tyrone. Call him. You got to call on Yahawashi. Right? It says, did ever any trust in him? Wisdom of Solomon 3:9. If you trust in Yahawashi, right, you're going to know the truth. You're going to understand the truth. Right? This is not about us, man. Right? When I was watching the movie, the book of Daniel, and you know, Azariah, Hananiah, and Mishael, they was telling Daniel, they said they're gonna make us change our clothes. You know, we shouldn't be wearing that. Daniel said, hey, it's not about the outward appearance, it's about what you do in the inward part. So when you go into Paul's letter, it makes sense, right? You have to work on the inward appearance. Like, yes, I might want to dress fly, but guess what? This outer appearance means shit. What you look like in the inside, man. What you look like, man. And what you look like in the inside should be shown in the outward appearance. And this is an everyday thing, man. Yo, even if I work, when I get out of work, I have, even during work, when I get out of work, my mind is doing a lesson because I'm thinking about the sheep on my YouTube channel. Sometimes, yes, I'm dropping videos on TikTok, but I'm majority on YouTube. Always thinking about the sheep. This is not about you. Yes, oh, my kids, my household. Look, if the rent, the lights bill's on, I'm not thinking about none of that. I'm thinking about edifying the sheep. Guess what? Every man and every woman should do that. If a man in front of you is always mastering the inner part, you women should not be, oh, I'm trying, I'm doing this. You should be doing it every day. Every day, find yourself mastering reading, because you women are not going to know master all the precepts, but you reading, you getting some of the history, you watching a lesson you watch 5 times already, watching it again. You want to battle the flesh. You have a weakness you're dealing with. The only way you can work with it is the counsel of the Lord. Some of us is praying. When you get done, guess what? You probably doubt in your prayer, and it don't hit an effect until later on. You have to think that is already in motion. The Lord works in his time. But don't be saying, hey, Lord, please hurry up and do it. You have to truly believe in this thing. And if you believe, you're going to always make a motion in this. Yahawashi knew he had to do what the Lord commanded him to do. Every day, this man didn't try to commit suicide. He did not try to do a Jonah and run the opposite way. The number one thing he did is pray to the Lord and said, let this cup pass over me. That's the flesh speaking. But then he got right back in the spirit, but let it be your will and not mine. Right? We supposed to be doing the will of Yahawashi Yahawashi, right? You should be having that anger to want to do the will of Yahawashi Yahawashi, right? Let's go to Luke chapter 22, verse 44. This is Luke chapter 22, verse 44. And this is what it reads. It says, and begin in an agony, he prayed more earnestly, and his sweat was as it were great drops of blood falling down to the ground, right? It was symbolic that his sweat was like blood, but he was praying with more earnest. Do you ever have a moment where you're praying for like 2, 5, 10 minutes and you being earnest in your prayer? You might be shaking your hands. You might be expounding on what you heard or what you read. Right? You got to get serious. Don't be, oh, Yahawashi Yahawashi, please help me. I need you. Please build me up. Please strengthen me. You ain't even serious. You ain't even putting passion. You ain't even putting passion in your prayer. You ain't putting passion in your prayer, right? You have to be earnest in your prayer. You have to be serious because the Lord is searching your heart. Is this person even serious when they praying? The brother said Yahawashi really did sweat blood at that time, right? Let me read this real quick. Yeah, anxiety. Right. See, that's why I said spiritually, when you read the NLT, it says he prayed more fervently. Fervent means extremely hot, fire. He was in rich agony of the spirit that his sweat fell to the ground like great drops of blood. That's why I said it's symbolic, but in a form, it was literal, but symbolic to blood. But then when you go into another case, what was put on his head? Thorns, right? But the main point of this verse, Yahawashi was praying with agony, right? He was praying in agony. And this man went to go pray 3 times, each one for an hour. He was praying with agony, and he was serious about that prayer. The brother put, the end has come. Let me get this precept for the brother. Jeremiah 17:10. It says, I, Yahweh, search the heart. I try the reins, even to give every man according to his ways and according to the fruit of his doings. For you men and you women in this thing, whatever in your heart, the Lord is going to give. You know, whatever in your heart, it could be wickedness and it could be of righteousness. For you sisters, whatever in your heart, like if in your heart you dealing with bipolar issues, it's going to become worse and worse because it's in your heart. You know, but really we know through the spirit, no person is bipolar. It's just because probably certain men that you lay with, One man got an anger problem, another man is emotional, and another man is this. You all the people that you allowed to touch you, right? Because even a young child, I haven't seen a young child. I don't know. I don't know about y'all. A young child, a young daughter, or a young man that's young that have bipolar issues. I haven't seen it being young, but really that's a whole demon, a whole spirit. But truly, none of us can match the heart. But you should be knowing whatever is cycling in your heart, what you're thinking about, what you desire, what you wonder. Eventually, that's going to come in full effect because the Lord is going to give you what your heart desire is. Right? It said it in Matthew. Right? Whatever's in your heart is your treasure. Okay. So now let's go back. A good point, Yeremia. So the burden was so heavy that his body reacted under extreme stress. Like he said, it was anxiety before the crucifixion. Now, through the spirit, we should be having that feeling because we're getting close to the famine of the word, right? Your fingers getting jittery, right? The MOTB, Jacob's trouble. Every person that's on this life and off this life, you're going to have that same feeling. Now you getting, when you go to the amusement park and you see that big ass roller coaster, you're like, dang, oh, I'm gonna get on it. By the time it's about the time for you to get in there, you're like, oh man, I should probably turn around. You start getting nervous and your heart already jumping. It's gonna be like that going into the famine of the word, the MOTB, Jacob's trouble, man. We're gonna be affected, and I don't care if you're the strongest or the mightiest Joe in this thing. You're going to be afflicted, man. You still in that vein, you still in that chain of darkness. You gonna get smacked. Like it's gonna be a whole reality check. Yo, you know who gonna get affected more? Women. The women that are the elect and the women that are not the elect. You gonna get hit the most. Man, women gonna really hit in a natural state. He said, Yahweh is the king of terrors. Yeah, that's a fact, man. This Matthew 27, verse 28. It says, and they stripped him and put on him a scarlet robe. And when they had platted a crown of thorns, they put it upon his head and a reed in his right hand. And they bowed the knee before him and mocked him, saying, Hail, King of the Jews. Through the Spirit, don't the men of the Lord, don't we get mocked? Right? I know the times where Apostle Hiram and them get mocked. Oh, they believe that they gonna have superpowers. Oh, I'm gonna fly. I'm gonna save the day. You got people mocking us now. But Yahawashi, we talking about the Son of Man getting mocked, right? It's a lot of men and women that come in this thing and they're not fully in this. I'm telling you, I know it's men and women that might come on TikTok, and I bet you when they not on TikTok, they not watching no lives. It's men and women that's probably not even going in the Bible reading anything. I highly doubt it. It's some women and men that might act like they doing this thing. They might go ghost for a minute, and they probably not even doing the Day of Atonement. Trying to rehearse tabernacles or Hanukkah. They're not doing it. Then you ask them a question. Wait, what do you do for Hanukkah? How many candles? It's 8. It's 8 candles. You don't even know, man. Really don't know. Don't understand now the littlest breakdown, man. Don't understand the new moon, right? They're not learning. Outside the camera, it's a lot of phonies, man. It said it in 1 Timothy. It's imposters. Right? A seducers of spirits. When you go into that word seducers, it says imposters. It's imposter prophets. It's imposter daughters of Zion. It's a sister that sound all, come, brother. Come, brother. And then going outside twerking. But get on the camera. Come, brother. And then texting in the inbox or on the comment section. Oh, man, all praises to Yahawashi Shemal Shai. But be a whole Thadiano off the camera, man. Yeah, a lot of y'all some fake phonies, man. Verse 30, it says, and they spit upon him. They did the Charles Barkley in his face, took the reed, smote him on the head. And after that, they smote him. And they took the robe off from him, and they put their own raiment on him. And they laid him away to crucify him. And guess what? It didn't even say everything. He even had that one thing when they was beating him, the one joint that go in your flesh. And then when you pull it, it rips out flesh, tissue, and skin. Yahawashi was really getting broken down in the physical. The brother said, unless you have the faith of a little child, you shall in no wise enter into the kingdom of heaven, right? And I'm always saying this. When we come in this faith, you got to have imagination like children, man, like babes, and a lot of us don't have that clear imagination. The one brother, end time has come, he said in the comment section, a lot of them think it's entertainment. That's a fact. A lot of them think it's just for a moment. You know what? Let me put 5 minutes in there. Let me send you some hearts. Let me send you a gift. Let me share your video. Yay. And then go back and got a whole cigarette. Probably got a whole blunt. You a whole, man, I'm sorry, man. You a whole demon, man. There's a lot of you men and women that's not serious about this truth, man. And it's okay. Because at the end of the day, when this joint really hit, a lot of y'all going to be humbled. And you going, oh, I was really in the truth. I was really believing. And guess what? You're going to be handled like a 2/3 because that's what you is. And I mean that in all respect. I mean that in all respect, man. We're going to really see who really about this truth. So understand humiliation, pain, mockery, the hardest shame and affliction for Israel's sake. Yahawashi got humiliated. He went through pain and he went through mockery. How much do you think those that believe in this thing? Like the brother said, which is repeating what I said, we going to see who really about this faith, man. It don't matter if it's in your camp. It don't matter if them people you see in your town, oh man, I'm going to stand strong. Man, all them little people that's out in the street like, oh man, it's going to be World War III. All them that think, oh, we got blickies. Oh, they ain't going to do this. We going to see. Thou sayest. We going to see. Right? Especially you women. Oh, I ain't going to be. I'm going to be in Jacob's trouble by myself. The Lord going to cover me. No, we going to see. In all history of Israel, whenever you got overtaken, women went to go look for the men of the Lord, man. We going to see, man. We going to see when what is it called? Vietnam, right? When them other nations was dealing with America going over there, you think everything was all dandy? No, women was looking. If a random man that was coming to protect them, and say if he was going his way and they going that way, no, them women wasn't having it. Until the coast is clear, we ain't going nowhere. We stand right beside you. It's gonna get real, man. The brother, the end has come. He said, Yahawashi gonna show us his tore body in the kingdom, and we gonna weep. Yo, I believe it, bro. I believe a lot of our history is gonna be replayed, right? That's gonna be a memorial. Yahawashi body. You in the scriptures, you only get enough. You watch Passion of Christ, even though it's a whole European Edomite, you get a visual, but imagine seeing an actual Jake. That makes me angry seeing it. And then I got to go to work. I got to see these Edomites. Look, my mindset of growing in this faith made me want to get closer to the Lord. This is not no game, no fakeness to me. If you ain't serious about this, don't get on the live. Go watch somebody else, man. Unsubscribe to the channel, man. Right? Because my channel is for those that's trying to grow. My channel is for those that are sincere. I don't care if you, my wives, my children, if you're not serious, man, show your face now, man. Don't wait till Jacob trouble. Oh, I don't believe in the Lord. No, man, show that now, man. And if I feel through the discernment of the spirit that you ain't in this, I'm going to remove you, man. Like brothers is blocking people in the comment section, man. We not in this for show. This is real life, man. Real life. Come on, man. This is St. John, the 19th chapter, verse 30. St. John chapter 19, verse 30. It says, when Yahawashi therefore have received the vinegar, he said, it is finished. And he bowed his head and gave up the ghost. Right? It's finished. Now look at us. We got a mediator. When you go to Job 9, verse 32 to 35, Job said, if I had a mediator between the Most High and me, I would be covered from his protection, right? The elect is truly covered by the blood of Yahawashi, but all the nation of Israel, because of the blood of Yahawashi, will be in the kingdom later on. But on this side, it's about the elect. How you move shows if you cover. How your mind change, how you grow, how you mortify the flesh every day. How you purge the things, like for Passover, you have to purge the leaven. You have to do this every day, not only Passover. When the Day of Atonement, you even though you afflicting yourself, right, and you going through that suffering, and you start thinking about Yahawashi more on that day, you're supposed to think about him every day. And through the midst, yes, you might do a fast. You might do a water fast. You might do a watermelon fast. You might do electronic fast, right, where you might not even be watching things on certain TV. You might do a fast on going anywhere. Hey, unless it's teaching, I ain't doing this and doing that. Right? We have to be sure in this. Right? You have to be sure. Are you sure? Right? So what we read, it said, going into, he completed the greatest sacrifice, carrying Israel's punishment upon himself. Right? Let's go to the book of Hebrews, the 5th chapter, and verse 8 to 9. This is Hebrews chapter 5, verse 8 to 9. That's what it reads. It says, though he were a son, yet learned he obedience by the things which he suffered. And being made perfect, he became the author of eternal salvation unto all them that obey him. For ISUBK, where they say they don't worship Yahawashi, to worship Yahawashi is to obey. To worship the Father is to obey. To worship Yahweh and Yahawashi, to worship means to bow, to pray to, right? Or to confess his name. So don't you confess the name of the Father and the Son? Don't you bow and get on your knees sometimes and pray to Yahweh Hashem Yahawashi? Don't you obey Yahweh Hashem Yahawashi? Now, for those that say they don't worship Yahawashi, I can tell that you don't, because you don't say his name. You saying Yahuwah Yeshua, you saying Jesus all the dang time. Oh, I say it when I'm praying. When I'm not on live, I'm trying to teach those that don't know. So I don't even believe you're doing it. Even if you're doing it off, I don't believe you're sincere. Because if you were sincere, you would be an all-around player. You're going to say his name when you're teaching, when you're not teaching, when you're off the camera. I'm not hearing that, man. Right? So Yahawashi was made perfect for us. His affliction brought the path of salvation to Israel, man. Come on, man. Through Yahawashi, we get salvation. This is not a game. You could get salvation. That means you should be striving for it. Strive for the truth. Like, I don't know if I'm the elect. Guess what? If the Lord allow me, I'm going to keep working until I get it. 2nd Ezra 16, it says, in that day, my chosen shall be known. I want to be one of those ones that's known in that day. Yo, that's my elect right there. The Dar Gabar. Yep, that's my elect. I want to be able to walk past brothers or sisters and they be like, oh, that's the man of the Lord. We got to go with him. I want to be known that I'm one of the Lord's chosen, man. I don't want to be known, oh, that's a nigga or that's a 2/3. Nope, I don't want that. Don't mix me with them. Right? Zechariah chapter 12 and 10. It says, and they shall look upon me whom they have pierced, and they shall mourn for him. And as one mourneth for his only son, it shall be in bitterness for him, as one that is in bitterness. Salaki, let me get this other one. For his firstborn, man. Right? And through the Spirit, what are we doing? We looking upon Yahawashi that was pierced. In the kingdom, you're going to be able to see that, man. Right? But through the Spirit, are you looking at what Yahawashi went through? Yo, I'm trying to look at that every day. Look, where we at right now in 2025, and we over here, we got the name of the Lord. Isaiah 52, verse 6. The name is manifest. The name was declared. The name is revealed unto his people. Those that believe, you got the name of the Lord. Yo, the Lord might be dealing with you, brother. You got the name. Now you got to sit there and be like, dang, Yahawashi did all of this for us to actually strive to get salvation. You having his name is not just, oh, I got his name. No, now you got this name. That's another step for you to work towards salvation. You got his name. What else he going to give you? You got this breakdown. Now you got this breakdown. Now the Lord is allowing you to remember certain things. Now you got brothers to labor with to keep you warm, right? The Lord is blessing you. He's giving you the tools on this side to endure, to overcome. The brother again dropped another one. 2nd Ezra chapter 1, verse 37. I take to witness the grace of the people to come, whose little ones rejoice in gladness. And though they have not seen me with bodily eyes, yet in spirit they believe the things that wait, hold on. When you think about Thomas, what about those that believe that didn't see? and say, right? So again, I take witness the grace of the people to come, whose little ones rejoice in gladness. And though they have not seen me with bodily eyes, man, we rejoicing for what Yahawashi did for us, man. And we didn't see him. Did you see him? Did you? I didn't see him. Maybe in my past life, right? But on this side, you got to really know what Yahawashi did for us, man. Your big brother Yahawashi, man. Right? My job, I'm sorry, man. F that job. That's not even nowhere near compared to what Yahawashi did for us, man. Come on, man. We're really on this side working to get that salvation, man. So dealing with eternal salvation, Hebrews 2 and 3, how shall we escape if we neglect so great salvation, which at the first began to be spoken by the Lord and was confirmed unto us by them that heard him? Right? You don't want to neglect this salvation, man. Right? This is why daily, what is your conversations about? Daily, what is you thinking about? Right? Hebrews 9, chapter 12, it says, neither by the blood of goats and calves, which we brought out earlier, but by his own blood he entered and once into the holy place, having obtained eternal redemption for us, right? Him going up to the Father, which is the fourth dimension, the holy place. Now we get eternal redemption, man, on the earth, man. When I'm at work, I know I'm better than all these fools, man. All these Edomites and even these nigga Jakes, right? Not saying I'm a better Israelite, but I'm better than them because I know who Yahawashi is. Now they can repent and come in this thing, but I'm saying in a mindset, being in this world, you are better than those that's of the world. Somebody that don't know the name of the Lord, those that don't know the mysteries, you're better. I'm not saying, oh, the Lord is only dealing with you. No, better as in the Lord the Lord is blessing you in a different way than them. The Lord is giving you his name. The Lord is giving you a desire to hear his word. The Lord is giving you that fire to want to apply what you learn in your life. You're better than them. And guess what? You're not, oh, I'm better than you. No, what you're doing, you're going outside every day, shining your light so that one day they can gravitate to what he has given you, man. And guess what? They too blind to know it. It's scary out here where the Lord is using men, even women, to shine their light and you still can't see it. You know, when somebody got that high beams on and you driving and you like this, you squinching your eyes. A lot of y'all are squinching your eyes in the spirit. You can't see John Cena. You can't see me, right? The brother again, and I'm going to read the brother's precept on the comment section on my phone. The end has come. It says, we had to be the ones that walked with him back then because we believed. Everybody is back in their lot. Come on, man. What are you talking about, man? That's excitement right there. We had to be the ones that walked with him back then. We had to, right? And then even think, even you had to walk with Yahawashi through the apostles, right? Because there was some that didn't even see Yahawashi and they was walking with the apostles while Yahawashi was already with the Father, man. You could have been the same ones in the time of the apostles walking with Yahawashi through the teachings the apostles gave you, and you didn't even see Yahawashi, man. The believers are going to come back in their lot, man. The non-believers are going to come back in their lot. Hold on. I think the brother got another one. No, that was it. Yeah, that was it. Right. That's amazing right there, man. That just gave me motivation, man. I'm not saying I'm the elect, but the Lord allowed me to come back in this thing and believe again, man. Right? That's something for you to really sit back. That's something for you to sit back and really think. You didn't do this. You didn't do this. The Lord set you up for this, man. Right? The brother said, Khan, it was so secret disciples. Yeah. Secret learners, man. Pupils under the apostles. Come on, man. And look at you. On this side, the Lord is allowing you to come back in this thing. Now, it's a brother. A brother dropped the precept. I'm going to read it out my scriptures for those that's on the YouTube because I want to stay right here. He put 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter. And I believe he put 10 and 11. It says, with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved, right? If you don't have the love of the truth, you're going to perish. And I'm talking to you, man or woman, that's watching this lesson now or later. You see that now and later, that candy? That's what it was made for, now and later. So a lot of y'all are going to perish because you really didn't receive the love of the truth. To have the love of the truth is where you're daily knocking at the door of the Lord. What do your YouTube notifications look like? Right? What's on your YouTube timeline? Right? What's in your agenda, like your notebook or your phone? Right? Do you have a lesson prepared or is it ready? Right? When you going about, like when I'm at work, but like say if I'm super tired and me listen to a lesson, I'm getting sleepy. I don't want to sleep on no lesson. I might put YouTube on. I might put some music on. But when I'm in my engine, I'm watching a lesson or I'm getting into something that's dealing with history. What is your playlist? You see that? What's your playlist? Right? Especially when you at home, you ain't doing nothing. What's your playlist of like? First, speaking to the men. Yeah, you women, you should mainly focus on cooking, cleaning, getting the house, maintaining the house, or you comforting the children, nourishing the children, right? Comfort your husband if you need. But when that's all said and done, right? For yourself, sister, is you sitting your butt down, just doing yourself a favor and reading? Because guess what? If your husband doing a lesson, who's going to edify and teach the children the law, statutes, and commandments? Teach them their ways, right? Is you making a schedule to teach your son or your daughter while you actually had a chance? Right? Is you walking in the shadow of your husband? Hey, some might. Maybe that brother don't got a wife that's in this thing, but she's dealing with you, and that brother can deal with her. But if it's a brother that got a wife that actually believe, right? In the time when you busy handling the work of the Lord, or you working, you handling business to build up the house, right? She got done doing her chores and her duties, right? If she got time to edify the children on the name of the Lord, maybe showing them the alphabets, the name of the Father and the Son, right? Through the Spirit, those is examples to make you feel like you in the Spirit, man. Right? What is your schedule for the Lord? Right? You should have a work schedule for the Lord, right? Even if it's praying, right? Even if it's praying, man. So going back to this Hebrews 9, verse 15, it says, for this cause, he is the mediator of the New Testament, or the new covenant, that by means of death, or unalive, Salaki, for the redemption of the transgressions that were under the first testament, they which are called might receive the promise of eternal inheritance. Right? Don't you want to receive that promise? Yeah, praying is most important. And a lot of y'all, when you pray, you're begging the Lord. You have to know, when people say, oh, I'm not a beggar, I don't like begging people for things. Yeah, thou sayest, but you begging the Lord, ain't you? Oh, when I pray, I'm not begging the Lord. I'm just telling him how thankful, and then I ask him for this. But the meaning for prayer means to beg, right? When you pray, you begging the Lord. And if you're not praying or begging the Lord for anything, begging him to continue to beg the Lord to allow you to look for the truth, be aligned with the truth. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, you a damn demon, man. Right? Look, I need everything. Whatever the Lord has given us, I need it all. I need it, like what he said, I want my money, I want it all. No, I need it all. I need the Rakakwadash. I need that fire. I need the spirit of discernment, right? I need the spirit of love, right? I need it all. Whatever the Yahawashi Shai is given, I need it all, man. Right? Because this flesh, I'm playing freaking tug of war, right? You need it all. Yep, meekness. Yep, I need to be humble. Shoot, I need to be more sincere. Please allow me to be more sincere. Please allow me to grow in faith. Just because I have faith don't mean you think I don't need more? I need more. What did the Tin Man say in the Wiz? Slide some oil to me. I need more. A drop is not enough. I need more, man. Overflow me, please. Isaiah 62:7. And give him no rest till he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth, right? Even 6, right? But give him no rest. You got to annoy Yahweh Shema Shai, even though we can never do that. When we say in the name of the Lord, that's like if I say Yerumya, huh? Yeah? You gonna respond. Annoy Yahweh Shema Shai. Say his name. A lot of people, I have a relationship with the Lord. Okay, what's his name? Oh, his name Jesus. He got many names. Then you don't have a relationship with the Lord. If anybody has a relationship with the Lord, that means you're studying. When you study, that means you're investigating. If you have a relationship with the Lord, somebody should be able. How is sister gonna say she got a relationship with the Lord and her pants is so tight you could see the development of her behind? Oh yeah, you thick, sis. But if you got a relationship with the Lord, it should be more a disguise. It should be hidden. How you got a relationship with the Lord? Brother, how you got a relationship with the Lord and all day you playing the game? All day you being a busybody, making moves, making plays. You ain't sharpening your sword. Oh yeah, I believe in the Lord. I know all that he did for us. Okay, brother, can you tell me what 2nd Ezra chapter 7 in verse 29 mean? Oh, brother, I don't know. Did that mean you ain't even trying to know? I'm not in this thing just having enough. I want it all. I want to strive to have it all. Right? I don't want to be like where Apostle Tahir, do the minimum. I don't want to do the minimum if I know I can do more. Doing 3 videos out the week, I know that I can do more. Right? I know I can do more. You want to do the most for Yahawashi because he did the most for us. Yeah, he said, come on, can't hide them. Yeah, she can though. I mean, but of course we understand, even if a woman wearing a dress, it still can be somewhat be revealed. So you actually telling the truth, but it's better to still have it covered, have it more as a mystery than you wearing something tight and having it more revealing, So this is Psalms chapter 45, verse 17. It says, I will make thy name to be remembered in all generations. Therefore shall the poor praise thee forever and ever. Right now, we in 2025, we're in another generation, and we're coming to remember what Yahawashi did, right? You want to really take part of this, man. Psalms 51, verse 6 and 8, it says, behold, thou desirest truth in the inward parts, do you? And in the hidden part, thou shalt make me to know wisdom, right? Within you, man. Right within you, right? You should be wanting to know the hidden wisdom, the secrets. Verse 8, make me to hear joy and gladness, that the bones which thou hast broken may rejoice. Right? Second Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 16. Now our Lord Yahawashi Mashiach himself, the power, even our Father, which have loved us and have given us everlasting consolation and good hope through grace. That grace is favor, man. Right? Let alone mercy. Mercy, that compassion. For you to come in this truth, that's the compassion of Yahweh Shem Yahawashi. For you to have the name of the Heavenly Father and the Son, it's compassion, man. For you to believe, for you to have faith, it's compassion. Because faith is a gift. Right? 2 Timothy 2 and 10. Therefore I endure all things for the elect's sake, that they may also obtain the salvation which is in Hamashiach Yahawashi with eternal glory. Right? When you become a teacher or a servant for the Lord, you're trying to endure for the elect's sake. That's why we telling ourselves, I don't do this for my own. You don't do this for your own. Right? When I get on this video, just because I know precepts, and guess what? I feel like I was just edified on this live. Brothers dropping precepts here. I'm reading them. I'm getting edified too. I feel like it's increasing my faith. Right? We're reading. We're getting through it, man. We're getting through the motions. Now we're trying to imagine it. Yo, it's about to be crazy rough. We're about to go through our suffering. We're about to go through our persecution. The church about to get persecuted on this side. It's not peaches and cream on this side, man. That's why don't get attached to the shit you got. Excuse my language, TikTok. Right? Don't get attached to your AMG. Don't get attached to your Louis Vuitton, your Gucci, your Coogee. Don't get attached to the video game. Don't get attached to your 60 screen TV. Don't get attached to your clothes. Don't get attached to your sneakers. F all of that, man. Get attached to your Yahweh Shem Yahawashi. Get attached to this. Get attached to this wisdom, knowledge, understanding. Get attached to it. Because in a minute, you're about to go without. And the number one thing you're going to have is the wisdom, knowledge, understanding. The Lord said, heaven and earth pass away, but my words shall remain. They're going to always be here, man. Right? This 1 John 5 and 20. It says, and we know that the Son of the Most High is come and have given us an understanding that we may know him that is true, and we are in him that is true, even in his Son, Yahawashi Mashiach. This is the true power in eternal life. And if you are in the Son, that means you abide in him, right? Yeah, he said this truth is all you truly have, and that's a full fact. This is what you truly have, right? Even for you men. Your first woman was wisdom. It wasn't a wife you got laying in your bed when you wake up looking like a damn gargoyle, right? Breath probably smell like a dragon. No, The number one thing you had with you, even before you even got in a relationship, before you had children, before you had a job, before you had anything, was wisdom, right? Let's get Sirach, right? Because and the fear of the Lord is with them, and from that are faithful in the womb, right? That's the book of Sirach, chapter 1, verse 14. Right, let's get that real quick. It's Sirach chapter 1, verse 14. It says, the fear of Yahawashi is the beginning of wisdom, and it was created with the faithful in the womb, right? You were created with wisdom. This is why you're drawn to have this understanding. You're drawn to teach. You're drawn to be around the brothers you labor with, man. Like through the spirit. The brothers I labor with, I believe in my past life, these are the same brothers I was teaching the word with. Right? Hey, we might be across from other countries and other cities. I believe through the spirit, if I was traveling like Paul, I probably was traveling and going to see you. You got to think of those type of connections, because now technology is on another level. If we didn't have these cell phones, I wouldn't know this brother. I wouldn't know that brother. But now that brothers know each other. Oh, yo, brother, I seen you do a video. Oh, I seen your YouTube, or I seen that. I'm thinking in the spirit in the ancient world, because Jake, we was traveling. I believe that I was probably traveling to other places brothers was at, because why do I have a connection with brothers and I never physically met them? Probably in my past life when I was doing doing my missions or my missionary for the ministry, that I was somewhat going to a brother's city. Brother probably was living in Sicily, right, or living in Italy, or probably living in Macedonia, probably living in Samaria, or probably living in Assyria, right, in the Seleucian area, probably living in Persia, or probably living in Babylon. And I probably was traveling over there, and I probably was, hey, yo, oh man, the brother that was close to Paul, man, yo, he over here, man, we about to have dinner, man, oh man, and we sitting down, oh man, how was your quest with Paul, or how was your quest with Barnabas, man? Yo, tell us, man, brother, man, we've been doing the work over here, man, tell us, man, we've been doubling up, everything you taught us, everything we did, man, we doubled up. I believe the same conversations we have today, right now on these social media platforms as brothers in the same faith and sound doctrine, we was doing the same thing in our past life. There's no way that brothers can be connected and never met each other, man. Because through the spirit, brothers probably was dealing with each other in their past life, man. Right? Brother said, having a hunger and a thirst for this knowledge and wisdom is a thing of heart and wholeness. That's a full fact, right? The brother said Cornelius could be one of us. Yeah, that's a fact, right? And what did Cornelius? He was cleaving to Peter, man. So I believe the same lot we had back then, we in this thing now. How can brothers be so cool with each other, right? When you do a live, you looking for that brother to come on a live. You looking forward for that brother to drop precepts, man, right? In the ancient world, brothers was looking forward to brothers coming to their city. Hey, man, come on, brother. Oh, man, it's nice to see, man. Yo, man, what we doing, man? Hey, what's the ministry about, man? And then you tell them, hey, look, we got to go to the Gentiles. To the Gentiles? And look at us now. We're teaching the Gentiles now. Israel is in a full effect, a full wave of a mindset of being Gentiles, man. And we was in that estate. So now we can give them better understanding. I was just like you, and you like me. But now the Lord has opened my horizon. Now I'm able to understand his will. I'm able to understand his truth. I am not a Gentile no more. I took that veil off. I peeled the onion. Have you ever peeled the onion off? That's what this truth is about. Peeling the onion, the layers, right? And every time you peel, you're trying to get closer to Yahawashi. Oh, I don't like this one yet. You're still peeling it. Every day you want to strive to get closer to Yahawashi, right? Yeah, in the Greek, the brother put wisdom is Sophia. That's a fact. Brother put 2nd Ezra chapter 8, verse 62. These things have I not showed unto all men, but unto thee, in a few like thee. So, brothers, if you understand the secrets in the prophecies and the ministries pertaining to Yahawashi, pertaining to end times, and a lot of people can't get it, a lot of people don't know, the Lord allow you to know them, man. Right? Guess what? He deserves all the praise and glory and honor right now. Right? Let me get this just because we just said that. Psalms 25, verse 14. Right? It's a beautiful thing to know the secrets. Right? You remember when we was children, in order to get into the clubhouse, you had to know the secret code. You had to know the secret beat. Oh, yeah, you can come in. Now we know the secret code. We know Yahawashi. Now we're getting the other secrets. right? The Lord is allowing us to know his code, right? Because guess what? The scriptures is decoded, right? Psalms 25:14. The secret of Yahweh is with them that fear him. He will show them his covenant. The Lord is doing the revealing, man. He's revealing unto us what he was saying in the beginning of times, right? Because when Yahawashi came to play, what did they say? Oh, this is he who Moses was speaking about, man. Right? You trying to unlock the codes, unlock the combination. Remember Mortal Kombat, left, trigger, square, X circle. And then you get the finisher, finish him. And then you get to finish him. The Lord is allowing us to know the cheat code. Yeah, the brother said, what's the password? Some don't know. In this truth, you have to start with the milk before you get to meat, right? Because like a baby, if that baby don't got teeth, it ain't gonna be able to cut through the meat. Brother said Isaiah 49:2, and he have made my mouth like a sharp sword in the shadow of his hand. Have he hid me? Come. The Lord have, man, I ain't gonna lie. Brothers is speaking today. Right? Brothers start speaking a different way, man. When that word come out. This Matthew 13:16 from the brother, the end has come. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. Come on, man. So all you brothers and sisters, man, blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, they hear, man. All you brothers, man. All you sisters, like for the level that you is. I know everybody not on the same level, but for the level that you on, Lord willing that you grow. What does a tree do? It grows. What does a flower do? It grows. What does a baby, a toddler do? Grow. You should be growing. Verse 17, for verily I say unto you that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see and have not seen them, or to hear those things which ye hear and have not heard. Right? It's people that desire. Right? Why you think when you go to 2nd Esdras, the 7th chapter, it says, well, one enter at a time. This path is so hard, man. Right? And every time when another person come in, they be amazed. Oh, wow. Look at the walls. They be so amazed. They be starstruck. Right? Like when I started to get into the prophecies, I'm like, dang, man, that's crazy. Right? When you start to understand Yahawashi is throughout the whole Bible, you're like, dang, that's crazy. When you start understanding the secret that Joshua, Yahawashi, the grandson of Sirach, all three of their names is Yahawashi, but it's only one of them that's going to be a true deliverer. You know, that's amazing, man. You be starstruck. It's way better than Michael Jackson and Prince. Right? The brother said this, which I think I'm gonna have to hold this one to heart. We are very, very blessed, no doubt. Right? And some of us come in this faith and don't know. This is why it's another reason why when you do Passover, you shouldn't have a party. Because we're not in our land. We're still peasants to these other nations, man. This is a time, like we're in this ministry is a time of mourning. You shouldn't be having a concert on a feast day. When you get done with that, you go home back into your damn prison, your house. You still breathing this dumbass air. You still got to go to the Tops or Walgreens to look at the ingredients to know if you can eat it or not. We're nowhere in the kingdom. Why are we having a concert? Why are we having a women at the Passover, Pentecost, or Tabernacles where the men supposed to be there? Why are we at camp and the women and the children is at the line? And then you got to do a double job. You got to teach. And then you got to watch for men coming closer to women. What the heck? You making it harder on yourself? Right? Why are we making a market to the ministry when before you came in this ministry, you already had a business? You was already making plays, but now I'm gonna do a lesson. Hold on, everybody. Let me pause. Let me do a commercial. Oh, I have this new oil right here. I'm only selling for $12.99. It's called Baccarat. It's called Baccarat frankincense. I'm selling it for $12.99. Baccarat frankincense, $12.99. Okay, back to the lesson. We're going to go to Psalms 25:14. The secret of Yahweh is with them that fear him, and he will show them his covenant. You advertising your damn business. Keep the business separate from the ministry, because right now you're in the Lord's business. Yahawashi flipped the temple, and he flipped everything in there and said, you made my temple was supposed to be a house of prayer, but you made it a den of thieves. Examine yourself. Look at what you got yourself into. This is not about us. But Jake, we want to make it about us. You got women coming in this thing. I want a man of rank. No, you don't even deserve a man, right? You really deserve a bum. A woman coming in here, open her mouth, talking about she want a man of rank. Well, do you have a rank mindset? Right? If you want a man of rank, you should be doing the most, looking out for sisters. Let alone if you want a man of rank, you're supposed to be saying, "Hey, yo, sister, I see you stressing. I think you should be my husband, other wife." Oh no, if I'm a sister, if I'm married to a man of rank, I deserve to be the only one. Then that means you don't have a true mindset of a sister or of a woman of rank. Nowhere in the scriptures does a level a woman of rank. You know, a lot of us made this ministry entertainment, made this ministry a freaking Negro festivity, man. This is not about us, man. This is about Yahawashi. We doing the same thing that we did in the ancient world. We doing it here. Don't you know? Mad people are they knowing. Oh, I'm gonna commit a sin today, but I'm gonna pray for it later on, right? Sometimes we slip and we do it, but you got some doing the same thing where they say, "Hey, get my sacrifice ready. I'm gonna be sinning today, man. I'm about to go do this thing. I gotta go do this. I got to, man. This girl looks so good. She got a husband. The husband is gone. I need to make sure she calm and she good. You know what I'm saying? So get that sacrifice ready for me." That's a demon, man. A lot of y'all don't really know what y'all getting into. How is a woman coming in this faith? She still got the same mentality that she had in the world. Why is a brother in this truth and he's still lazy like he was in the world? That don't make sense. You know? You're supposed to have a different level, a different flow in you. A lot of y'all still got that death or unalive smell in you. The brother said, "Let me get some of that oil." Yeah. What is that? Matthew 25. Nah, man. Go to the market and go buy you some. Then by the time you come back, the door gonna be closed. Jake don't realize the full extent of what existence is. He don't seem to consider much. Right? It's a fact. It's a lot of God logic, weaklings out there, simping and capping. Save a hoe. Yeah, Captain Save a hoe, right? I'll call him Cap a lot, right? So let's just get a few more of these and then we're gonna close out. So the one brother, the end has come. Hebrews 13 and 14, it says, for here have we no continuing city, but we seek one to come, right? And what's the one that's going to come, right? That new Jerusalem that's coming down, that city, which is going to be a chariot that look like a city, and it's going to be the elect with Yahawashi, Hebrews 11 and 16. But now they desire a better country that is in heavenly, wherefore the Most High is not ashamed to be called their power, for he hath prepared for them a city, right? And through the Spirit, that city is being built now, which is you elect. You elect are being built up in the Spirit right now. This is why you got to thank Yahawashi for this. That's why brothers are going to keep saying the way you move in this thing shows if you're serious about this truth, man. The way you move. This is Proverbs chapter 3, verse 32. For the forward is abomination to Yahweh, but his secrets is with the righteous. Right? Every day I'm trying to work to be more righteous, but it allows me to know if he's revealing secrets unto me, that the Lord sees something in me that I might not see. Right? And of course, it hits you. It makes you cry. It makes you be like, man, I don't even deserve this. I'm a filthy rag, man. Why he choose me? Why is he doing this with me, man? Why? Ephesians 1 and 9, having made known unto us the mysteries of his will, according to his good pleasure, which he have proposed in himself. But then truly, this mystery is only to the righteous. If the righteous get it, guess what it was? It was your purpose to know his mystery, right? Dropping down to verse 18, the eyes of your understanding being enlightened, that ye may know what is the hope of his calling, and what the riches of his glory, of his inheritance in the saints, right? And a lot of us should be knowing what is our calling, man. Truly, your calling is to serve Yahweh Hashem Yahawashi. And I'm going to say a verse a verse that made me think just after what we just said, Mark chapter 3, verse 35. And this goes for anybody on the live and that's not on the live. If you're not doing this, you're not my brother. You're not my brethren. This ministry is only for the brethren and the Akwath that are of the faith. Mark 3 and 35. Whosoever shall do the will of the Most High, the same is my brother and my sister and mother. So if you're not doing or trying to do, if you don't even see yourself doing the will and you faking it, you are not a brethren. You are not an Ak. You are not an Akwaf in this thing. You are a pedestrian. You are a background character. You know, when you playing 2K, like the one brother that was playing 2K on TikTok, those that's in the background, like, yay, doing the same thing. A lot of y'all background characters, man, you are not a brother, a sister, or a mother to me. We supposed to be doing the will of Yahawashi Yahawashi every day. Every day. It should be emotion, right? I'm telling you, if you ain't doing the will of Yahawashi Yahawashi, you ain't a relative to me. The brother said, we almost home, brothers. We super close. Yeah, let me put that on the screen. Let me put that on the screen, right? This is our motivation, man, right? Our Redeemer is coming, man. That's what we truly waiting for, the Redeemer to come and come take us, man, right? So Lord willing, this is edifying. We got straight to the point. Yahawashi went through the hardest affliction for us. Now we got to go through that affliction in order to get the kingdom, because to get the kingdom, you got to suffer, right? So let's give all praises, glory, and honor to the one true power that make all things possible. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and the elders, a great millstone who rule well and teach well through the spirit. A mighty shalom to the hopeful elect in the same spirit. Lord willing, as a whole, that you all continue in sound doctrine and in the same spirit. Shalom to the Akwaf, which is the sisters of this faith and this truth. Lord willing, y'all continue to pursue your lot, which is being a loving and silent and virtuous wife. And Lord willing, Yahweh Shem Shai has mercy on the other brothers and sisters that's not in the faith. This is the closing statement. Why Yahawashi affliction was the hardest. He bore the sins of an entire nation, which aligns up with Isaiah chapter 53, verse 11. He endured betrayal from one of his own people. John chapter 1, verse 11. He faced humiliation, torture, and death, though he was innocent. 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 21 to 24. He was spiritually crushed, feeling forsaken. You can go to Matthew 27, verse 46. No Israelite carried a heavier burden because his affliction wasn't just personal. It was for the whole house of Israel. I'm going to say that again. No Israelite carried a heavier burden because his affliction wasn't just personal. It was for the whole house of Israel. So to summarize everything that we learned, in which we were edified through prophecy, Psalms, Isaiah, Daniel, and even going in Apocrypha, fulfillment, the Gospels, Hebrews, we see Yahawashi went through the hardest affliction ever placed on an Israelite. He carried the sins and shame and punishment of Israel on himself so that the elect could receive mercy and eventually the whole nation be restored. Again, we want to say the water to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi for all that he does for us, the things that we see and the things that we don't see. Lord willing, every man and every woman can take this more in consideration, that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi deserves the praise and glory and honor and to be thought about. So with that, we're going to say shalom, shalom, abba, abba.